First booth of the day, the HyperX booth. First up, let's take a look at the Fury DDR4 RGB RAM, and they also have the Fury RGB SSD. So you can see that it's changing colors here. So this is the Fury RGB RAM, and then there's also the Fury SSD that they've connected here, and as you can see the lights are just running and it syncs perfectly to everything once you connect everything properly. And just a quick turn. This is the Predator DDR4 RGB with the Fury RGB SSD also, and they've put this right here. So in terms of colors, it just looks pretty sick. It looks very nice. I actually like this kind of display boxes that all these Computex people have carry around. It's just a very nice way to display even though you're not able to use it in a PC. Anyways, I'm digressing. Nice thing about having RGB on your SSD is that now you can actually display your SSD instead of just keeping it hidden away like behind the case like I usually do. Over here, they've also launched their new mice, and this is the entry-level, mid-end, and super high-end mice. And they're actually, for me, they're actually very comfortable. I do like this sizing, but obviously I'll have to get a few to test them out a lot more to be able to know whether these are actually comfortable for gaming. But they're also very light, which may or may not be a problem for some gamers. But yeah, for now, if you really like mice, this is definitely one of the nice ones that you can get. And they're all below 100 USD, at least that's what I'm told. So let's just take a closer look at some of the specs. With the Fury S speed, oops, that's the mousepad anyway. So you have the Pulsefire core, PixArt327 optical sensor, 7 programmable buttons, Pulsefire Search, Light Ring, which is this 360 RGB around it, that provides dynamic RGB effects, PixArt3389 sensor, repair up to 16,000, and Omron switches. Pulsefire FPS Pro, which is the same thing, 3389 sensor with 6 programmable buttons. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 should be this. The mouse should also be programmable. So very nice. For the headsets, the Cloud headset has been one of my favorite budget headsets, and because the sound quality is just impeccable, and they've chosen not to actually release a new version, but instead they've just released some more limited edition colorways because, well, yeah, it's already very good for that price. If you want something a bit higher end, you can get something like the Cloud Mix, which is a wired gaming headset, but you also have Bluetooth wireless technology in it and dual chamber drivers. Here's the interesting part about this. You can actually, if you remove the mic, you can still bring it on the go because you see these 2 little dots here? This is actually a built-in microphone, so you can use it on the go for speaking, being on the phone, things like that. So very nice. For the Cloud Orbit S, this has an Audi's patented 100mm planar magnetic drivers inside, and these are apparently for the more audiophile gamers where you want very good balanced sound in this. So yeah, I've actually tested it out in the gaming room, and it's interesting to actually listen to the differences that this has between the Cloud Orbit S and the other cloud headsets, because it really gives you a much higher feel of the sound tech inside. So yeah, even for VR where I was just turning my head, you can definitely hear the sound moving slightly. That might have been a placebo, but for me, that worked. And the last headset on display, the Cloud Alpha S. So the important thing about this is actually this dongle right here. Previously, the dongle, when you clicked it, it would be virtual 7.1 and surround sound, but now when you plug this in, the PC actually recognizes it as 7 different speakers, so you're actually getting a more enhanced sound stage when you're using this. So yeah, you have all your normal balance stuff like your game, chat, audio levels, So this is going to be very interesting to test out because everyone know if it actually works like differently from virtual surround sound, or is this just like, I don't know, just basic 7.1 surround sound virtual also, just that the way it functions. But yeah, it'll be interesting to test this out. Over here is the Quadcast, which is HyperX streaming microphone. And this is like super high quality. Like, feeling the quality, this is like very, very solid. It's very nice to the touch, where on top here, this is actually, let me just go to the top. It's not plugged in right now, but you actually tap to mute it, and then you have your gain controls on the bottom, and there's an inbuilt shock mount on the inside, and when you turn it to the back, oh, it's not bright enough, but yeah, there's actually a little, let me try and get it. There's actually a dial here for all your different pickup patterns. So you have your stereos, your condensers, or even omnidirectional for if you would like to run interviews. So this is like a very high-end, all-in-one streaming mic. The keyboards are all also on display. So you have your Alloy Core RGB, which is their membrane keyboard. Alloy Elite RGB, which has been out for a while, which is the ones that run Cherry MX mechanical switches. Alloy FPS RGB. And this one has some really very cool lighting effects. So if you can see the keycaps, they're actually slightly translucent on the bottom half. So the light shines through a lot nicer. And yeah, this looks very, very sick. Probably would look nicer if this was white too, but yeah, can't complain because this is just display set. And moving on to what they are going to be releasing is the Alloy Origins. So this will be utilizing HyperX's own mechanical switches. And I'm just going to punch in here, and hopefully you can see. So these are the switches, and the way the light has been put is it's on the top of the switch instead of being on the bottom like the Cherry ones at the back here. So let's just go again and let you take a look. Okay, you can't really see it on camera, but what this enables the keyboard to be able to do is that the light that comes out is a lot brighter, and it's very more obvious that the light is shining through, and the effect that it gives is just very, this is just like so nice. Even in a very bright lit environment here, you can definitely see the RGB running through. And in the next room, and probably the last few peripherals that I'll be able to check out for now, is their PS4 headsets. Then you can see that they've connected one of their keyboards to the PS4. This is a PS4 controller charger. So if you plug it out, the LED goes off, put it back in, and you straight away see it come back on, so very cute. And there is also Nintendo Switch controller charger. And the way it charges is you just plug it in and you will see these two blue lights turn on and they start charging. That's basically it for the HyperX booth. So it's been very, very cool to check out what new stuff they have. So remember, like and subscribe for more Computex content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!